Hey dude, YouTube, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to talk about why the Phoenix Suns need to trade for Patrick Beverley. And now, this is a bit of rumor going around, like the Phoenix Suns are without a starting caliber point guard right now. Their point guard right now, I'm pretty sure, is Isaiah Cannon, and that's just not going to cut it. So they have been looking for a lot of trades for, like, people like Patrick Beverley. At first, they started off going for, like, Kemba, Dame, and I think even, at one point, John Wall was in there. I'm not sure, but I know they were going after Kemba and Damian Lillard for sure. But now they kind of brought it back, because now they're going for people like the Patrick Beverleys of the world, and like the next level down point guards of the world. That's what they're kind of going for right now. So I'm gonna be getting into why this is even a thing, why they need to trade for him, and how it's going to benefit the Suns if they do trade for him. So without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so the reason this is even a thing is because there have been a lot of rumors coming out that Patrick Beverley is growing on their chart, as they are now saying that he is probably the top contender to be traded to the Suns, and that the Suns are really looking into trading for him. And that just makes sense. He'll be a good veteran to have. He's a very solid point guard, very good defensively. He's just going to bring a lot of leadership to your point guard position, and it's just going to give you a starter at that point guard position that you desperately need, because if you don't, most likely you're going to have to move Devin Booker out of his main position, which is shooting guard, and that's just going to mess a whole bunch of things up in the rotation and everything. You just don't want to do that. So Patrick Beverley would be a huge addition to this team. But now I'm going to get into how this is actually going to benefit the Phoenix Suns. Now, the first thing I'm going to get into is that they need a starting point guard. Simple as that. Every team to succeed needs a starting point guard. Like, look at every successful team. Chris Paul in Houston, Steph Curry on the Warriors, John Wall for the Wizards, Damian Lillard for the Portland Trail Blazers. Every team needs a good point guard to be a very successful team in this league, unless you were the Cavs last year and you have LeBron James on your team. But there's only one LeBron James in this team, and he's pretty much a point guard through center, so he's pretty much everything. But besides that one exception to the rule, you need a good point guard to be in there. And right now, Isaiah Cannon, he's a decent veteran in the game, but he's just not a very reliable starting point guard, as only one time in his 7-year career has he ever played over 40 games in a season, and that is not a very good track record when you're supposed to be a starting point guard as of right now for a team. So he's just not a starting caliber point guard at all, and they definitely do need to get someone else to be in his place. I'm not saying he would be a bad backup, but they need to make it to where he is a backup and not a starting point guard. But if you were able to get Beverley, someone that is genuinely healthy, besides last year, he's genuinely healthy, he can play, he's a very solid veteran point guard, and he's just going to add that veteran leadership. He'll be a very nice addition to the team, and I think that this would help them a ton, just because it would finish that last spot that's really a big question mark in their starting lineup of the 5, because the 2 through the 5 positions, those are pretty solid. The point guard is the biggest mistake, or the biggest question mark, and the point guard just so happens to be probably the most important position on the court, so they definitely do need to have someone in there, and I think Patrick Beverley would be able to fit that role very well. But then my second reason is going to be their defense is going to be elite if they get this dude. Just look at what they have. Now, last year they did have a horrible defense. I'm pretty sure it was ranked dead last in the entire NBA. They had a very bad defense, but this team looks completely different than it did last year, as they were able to add people like DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Trevor Ariza, and then if you add Patrick Beverley, those are 4 very good defenders, and I'm getting into why. Ayton is probably the best rim protector out of this draft class, one of the best paint defenders, so he's already going to be a very good defender on any center that he's playing. Mikal Bridges is coming into this draft as one of the best 3-and-D players, which is very nice to have. If you can have a player that can score, get his own shot, and then come back down and play defense the next, that is a very solid player to have on your team. And then Trevor Ariza, obviously one of the best veteran 3-and-D players. He can shoot, get his own shot, and make plays for his teammates, spread the floor while also playing very good defense on the other end. But then you add, so that's already going to be a good defense, right? But then you add a 2-time all-defensive player in Patrick Beverley, who can lock anyone up. He's a very aggressive defender. We saw week 1 against Lonzo Ball last year. He completely locked Lonzo Ball up. Now, I know he is a rookie, but he's not afraid to get into your chest and really play hard-nosed defense, and that is what he's the best at doing. So, he's going to be able to complete that defensive lineup. Because now at the point guard, you're going to have one of the best defensive point guards in the game. At the 2, Devin Booker, he's not a great defender, but he makes up for his lack of defense with how much he can score. At the 3, it's either going to be Trevor Ariza or Mikal Bridges, depending on how they want to work that in. Mikal Bridges will probably be the backup, while Trevor Ariza plays a small forward, which would then result in which then will result in Trevor Ariza being a complete lockdown. But then when you sub out Trevor Ariza, Mikal Bridges comes in and has a chance to be just as good of a defender. And then at the center position, you have DeAndre Ayton, who's supposed to be coming in this draft class as one of the best rim protectors in the NBA. So I mean, that's another lockdown defender. And then at the 4, maybe Tyson Chandler. I don't really know who they're going to put at the 4. Dragon Bender, maybe. I don't know. But I mean, so yeah, their 4 and their 1 is pretty iffy, but if they get the point guard, literally the only position that's going to be iffy is the 4, and Dragon Bender still has a little bit of potential to be good in this league, so we don't even know about that yet. But I mean, their defense is going to be very, very good if they add Patrick Beverley. I mean, very scary to have to go up against that. But then it's going to be that this could make them a playoff team. Now, over the years, the Suns have been a very, very bad team. Last year, they only won 30 games behind Devin Booker, who absolutely carried them. Last year, I think it was even worse, but Devin Booker was a beast and was able to give him a few wins. I mean, in one game, he scored 70 points, and that still wasn't enough to give him the win against Boston. So, I mean, he's just like, he's struggling out there. But, I mean, Phoenix Suns might be, I think they're turning that corner with this draft and with the players that they are adding and could be adding, like Patrick Beverley. As I mean, I definitely do think that they could be a playoff team, as they have a potential superstar in Devin Booker, who's already one of the best scorers in the entire NBA, as he averaged 25 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, and 4.7 assists per game, and shot 43.2% from 3. So he's a very efficient shooter, can score at a high rate, can grab your rebounds, and give you assists. And I mean, with the better players that he's going to have on his team, his assist numbers are going to go up, his points might go down a little bit, but he'll still be a very elite scorer, and I just do think he'll stay the leader of this team. And I mean, then you look at the potential of 2 stars in this league, future stars in Ayton and Bridges, and then veterans like Beverley and Ariza can also help. So I mean, I just think this team all around is going to be very, very solid and could sneak in at the 8th seed for the playoff race. Now, I don't think the 8th seed would be a very good thing for Suns. I think they're better off having one more lottery year, getting one more good pick, and then trying to compete for the playoffs. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they are a playoff team this year. I mean, Ayton has the potential to be a star. So does Mikal Bridges. Devin Booker's already a star. Patrick Beverley is one of the probably top 15 point guards in the league, top 10 defensive point guards in the league. Yeah, I mean, Trevor Ariza, one of the best, like, spread the court, just 3-and-D players in the entire league as of right now. So, I mean, overall, this team is a very solid team. It should be very good on offense. Should be an average offensive team and a beast of a defensive team. But unfortunately, guys, I'm going to for videos. Comment below. Do you agree with me? Do you think Phoenix Suns could be scary next year? Do you think that they need to trade for Patrick Beverley? What do you think that they need to do to, like, really bona fide this team and become a stud team in the NBA this year? I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And also, if you do like video, point the like button and subscribe button. And I have to say this after every video, I have to thank all my supporters. I mean, y'all have been showing tons of support. We're at 758 subscribers right now. There's a lot of new people around this channel, and I cannot just thank y'all enough for all the support y'all been showing. Also, I wouldn't be here without y'all, but also wouldn't be here without God. I mean, He's put me in this position. I say this after every video. I have to give glory to God every single video. I think everybody needs to do that. Do everything in God's name, and you'll be good. He will do good things for you. And once you like find what God put you on this earth to do, you're going to be so much better off. So I mean, I think this is what God put me on earth to do, like inspire people, make these type of videos, and just spread His name in general, and while doing what I love, which is talking about sports and stuff. So I mean, obviously I can't thank y'all enough. Y'all been helping me so much. Y'all been showing so much support, and as long as y'all are showing support, I'm gonna keep grinding for y'all daily uploads as long as I can. Trust me on that. I've been grinding my ass off for y'all. Don't worry, I'm not gonna stop at all anytime soon. Trust me, I'm here to stay for a while. But like I said, if you like the video, at any point, like button and subscribe button. See you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye.